Hi everyone, it's Michelle with Country Morning Creations again. Welcome back if you are returning, and welcome if you're a first time subscriber or just stopping by to check out what this monthly journal thing is that I do. So I have created my September monthly journal, and this is a plethora of pink because I don't know why, but I went pink on everything. I have been using, this is the Prima Spring Farmhouse collection, and I'm doing 6 months of it so that when I bind it together, they're all the same. So for example, this was my July one. So it was July, August, September, October, November, and December. So that will be 6 months together. So this was what I did in July. And again, I used the pink here, but this I did a lot more pink with. So if you don't like pink, turn it off, go somewhere else. So I did, this is just a piece of the cardstock from the paper that I've cut down, 4.5 inches this way. To make it a true traveler's notebook, it should be 8 1/4, but I hate cutting 1/4 of an inch off the top of all my papers, so I make it 8 1/2. I cheat, close enough. And so I decided to do that. I did do some decorating on the cover. So I've been using this printable from Nick the Booksmith for all year. I received a package the other day that had this beautiful gold polka dot paper with it. So I put that behind it. Then I did some stitching, fancy decorative stitching with my sewing machine in pink. And then this was a piece that was just a piece of cardstock that says loving every moment, and I put lace around that. And then this is a butterfly that is more of the heavier piece of card. And then I did go ahead and put lace down the back. So this won't take very long. I keep mine pretty simple, but I did do a lot of pink. So inside, one of the first changes I made is I actually put a bookmark in this. I usually don't do that. And as you can see, I'll show you real quick, I just glued a little piece of ribbon in at the spine. So where that fold goes, that's where the bookmark goes. And then I put a little pocket in the front, and this is where I decided I'm going to do my goals. So I haven't written my goals yet, but I'm going to put my goals on each one of these. This is done just using, hang on a second, let me grab it. This is that Nouveau embellishment mousse. I love it because you get this beautiful shiny pink. So I used that, and then this is just some paper that I've added to the back of one of the cards that comes with the kit, if you get all the papers. Then I did some pink stenciling, and this is, of course, the Tim Holtz, I think it's Worn Lipstick. So yeah, that's the Tim Holtz Worn Lipstick, and there's actually a slightly blank page. I did an Edith Holden page for September, so of course, had to have a September one in there. I did some flips with more of the decorative stitching, and again, I did the flips if I did sewing on them, they're all in pink. Then here's my tracing paper. This tracing paper I got on Amazon, and it's a little bit lighter, so it's almost more like a tissue paper, but I love how it coffee dyes really pretty. So of course, all my pages are coffee dyed paper. I have neutralized them with baking soda, and I use Hammer Mill 20-pound weight that is also acid neutral. So if I put, and I frequently do, I put pictures in mine, they won't get ruined, and my ink won't disappear. That's the goal here. So some more stenciling that I did, and this is just a regular piece of paper that I have, and then I love this stitch, and so that's also a flip, and I left my strings rather long. So another blank page, 5-hole pamphlet stitch, as you can see here, and some more stenciling in the middle. Oh, and I did this in a bow. I think it looks so cute. I love having that in a bow. Another blank page, more of this paper, more stenciling. This is another decorative stitch in the pink with a flip, more of the tracing paper, and some more stenciling. So lots and lots of pink, and even the Edith Holden page has this red in it. It didn't really have pink, but it was that red. And then another decorative stitch. I like this. This one reminds me of snowflakes. Can you see that? Looks like snowflakes. And then last page, and that's the back. And so what I like too is this paper is kind of plain on the inside, so that makes a nice inside. So that is my August journal, or no, my September journal. My September journal, and the only thing that was really, really different about it from all my other ones is I did add a bookmark simply by gluing a piece of ribbon into it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my September one. If you've never seen any of them, you can go back. I've kind of been featuring a different monthly journal since about last September, so almost a year's worth of these journals are up, and a couple of tutorials on how to make these. There's some tutorials, well, I didn't do a tutorial, but I created a binder for my first 6 months in January, and that's in my list also. So feel free to go back and take a look at any of my other journals, and I know one of them explains about why I use journals monthly and daily, and why also I think I've shown some flip throughs of used journals. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope something in all of this has encouraged you to be creative today.